Hopefully another scoring option and a different way to score coming off baseline strength.
Oh, he does it again. Throws it right up with the rim. James comes flying in from the right corner. And he goes right over Lucas. I didn't even see that on the play originally. Four to shoot. Parker thread the knee. Oh, what a block from James! Throws it back at Splitter, who is ready to dunk. And here, one of the great blocks you will ever see. Splitter winding up to throw it down.
Out of 15 seconds. Out of 10. James with the step. And the game is tied at 91. James has to fire. And scores!
Oh my!
What a shot by LeBron James.
This is unbelievable. This is Jordan-esque.
5 seconds. 4, 3. James scores with
2.4 assists and is the unanimous choice for the MVP, the Bill Russell Most Valuable Player Trophy of the 2012 NBA Finals.
The chants say it all. LeBron James, MVP of the finals. Given everything you've been through, when the clock hit triple zeros, what's the first thing that ran through your mind?
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Going back to last year's finals, the way it ended, the way you struggled, the ton of criticism that came your way in so many different ways, what's the one thing that was said or written that bothered you the most?
That I was selfish. That's the only thing that bothered me. That, you know, a lot of people said I was a selfish person, a selfish basketball player, and you know, I strive on being a team player. You know, doing whatever it takes to help this team win. But at the same time, I use it as motivation. And you know, I'm happy that I was able to make enough plays to put ourselves in a position to win this championship.
You said that last year you were trying to prove something, and this year you realized you didn't have to do that. So how do you refocus your mind? How did you do that?
I just went back to the basics. You know, I knew what got me to this point, and that was hard work and dedication. And I never had to prove anything to anyone. You know, in my first 7 years, I just went out and let the game take care of itself. And last year, I tried to prove something to everybody. You know, and I played with a lot of hate, and that's not the way I play the game together. You know, you hear Golden State always use the phrase strength in numbers. And that's exactly what it was while we were here as the NBA, as the NBPA, all our players, everybody had a voice on what's going on in America. So we know we all want to see better days. And when we leave here, we got to continue to push that. Continue to push social injustice, continue to push for voter suppression, continue to push for police brutality, continue to push for everything that's the opposite of love. And I think if we could continue to do that, all of us, America would be a much better place, which we all love this country.
LeBron, thank you so much for pushing against all of those things. Congratulations
Thank you.
on that trophy in your hand.
Appreciate it.
And your 4th NBA title.
Okay, I'm back. So we in Capricorn season now. Shout out to all of the Capricorns out there. It's your season. So I decided to start off Capricorn season with one of the most famous Capricorns that there is, and that's LeBron James. So we're going to deep dive into LeBron James' birth chart in a second. But first, I want to give my disclaimer that I always do every video, just in case this is the first time you watching one of my videos. The reason why I made this channel is to bring better insight into astrology, because astrology has become a big topic. It's always been around, but it's either you do believe in it and you don't. And there's a lot of people who do believe in it. And it's either you believe in it and you don't, but there's a lot of people on both sides of the fence. So I decided to make this channel because I deep dived into astrology about 4 or 5 years ago. And the more I deep dived into it, the more I come to realize that there's a lot of truth to it. You could call it what it is, but for whatever reason, people birth charts, people signs usually lines up, just like you're about to see with LeBron James. So that's my reason for making the channel. Now, a lot of people wonder why they the same sign as somebody, but they act different. And that depends on your moon sign. Everybody has their own birth chart. Most people just speak on their sun sign. When you look up your birthday, you get your sun sign, but everybody has their whole chart, and every planet affects something different. So that's why everybody is different. So I just wanted to get that out the way for anybody who might be new. So getting into LeBron James' chart. So if you don't know who LeBron James is, he's a famous professional basketball player, one of the most famous basketball players that there is, one of the most successful and accomplished players that there is. So that if you know anything about sports, you know who LeBron James is. So LeBron was born December 30th, 1984 in Akron, Ohio. And as we know, he's a Capricorn. He's turning 40 because his birthday, I'm making this on the 29th, so he's turning 40 tomorrow. So LeBron is the sun in Capricorn, moon in Aries, Mercury in Sagittarius, Venus in Aquarius, Mars in Pisces, Jupiter in Capricorn, Saturn in Scorpio, Uranus in Sagittarius, Neptune in Capricorn, Pluto in Scorpio, North Node in Taurus, Length in Aries, and then his rising sign is the Aries. So getting into it off rip. Like I say every video, every planet represents something different. So every planet means something, but your sun, moon, and rising sign is considered your big three. Them the three that's gonna tell the most about your personality. Because your sun sign is your outer self. It's the way that you think. Your moon sign is the way that you feel. So we dealing with your thoughts and your feelings when we talking about your sun and your moon sign. Your rising sign is your social personality. It's your physical body and outward style. The manifestation of both his inner and outer world can define the balance between his 7 dimensions. His rising sign element helps understand the energy that drives his physical body and overall approach to life. So that's your rising sign. So them is considered your big three, even though every planet represents something different, which I'm going to get into. So every planet matters. But getting into LeBron's sun sign, him being a Capricorn. So, like I said, your sun sign is the way that you think. So this is my first video on the Capricorn. So things we know about a Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign, just like Virgo and Taurus. All earth signs is dealing with stability and practicality. So earth signs, like I always say, they the ones that want to get married. They're the ones that wants to be CEOs, or they can be at a job for a long time. Long-term relationships, like practical things and things that have to do with stability, is what the earth sign rules over. Now, Capricorn in itself is unique because Capricorn rules the work life. So most Capricorns are looked at or considered workaholics, or they want to be a boss. They want to be CEOs. And I think Jeff Bezos I think he a Capricorn if I'm not mistaken, but a lot of CEOs, a lot of people in power is Capricorns, and that's what they always get associated with. And they rule by the planet Saturn. Every planet is ruled by a different sign. So Saturn is the planet of hard work, discipline, hard structure, authority, all of the grown-up things. Because Capricorn and Saturn is considered the grown-up planet, just like Aries. Aries is considered the baby planet. That's why a lot of Aries can have a lot of childish ways, and then Capricorn is considered the adult planet. That's why a lot of Capricorns come off as like strict, or trying to think of another word for it, but strict is one word for it. So or uptight maybe be another word. So that's what unique about Capricorns is that they rule the work life. So a lot of them is known to be workaholics. A lot of them is known for caring about their status when it comes to the work life. And then, of course, they crave practical and stability just like every other earth sign. I'm going to read the breakdown about Capricorn. Let's see what they say that I might have missed. Capricorns have the desire to climb whatever mountains are necessary and to stand on their own 2 feet in order to work out their ambitions and their salvation. They are conservative, organized, methodical, traditional, responsible, honest, efficient, patient, practical, authoritative, disciplined, serious, and goal orientated. On the negative side, they can be worried, pessimistic, retaliatory, suspicious, stubborn, and intolerant. They are happiest in careers calling for organization, ability, integrity, and perseverance. They have a fear of failure. Their quiet exterior makes Capricorns appear to be loners. They build a wall of reserve around them in order to protect themselves from the ill wills of the world around them. Nothing gets in the way of their plans and ambitions. They strive for security by holding fast to duty and responsibility. Work is very important to them and they do not take it lightly. Many Capricorns have an inferiority complex and this sometimes is what drives them so hard to succeed. They want to look good in front of the world. Capricorns like to plan their every move, weighing all the pros and cons of any issue in advance. They are dependable, particularly in a crisis. When asked, they give sound practical advice. They are, as a rule, not aggressive people and only express hostility as a defense when attacked. At times, Capricorns can be very sensitive to hurts and feel alone as if no one understands them. A negative Capricorn will seek retribution for wrong done. I'm guessing it's supposed to say they will seek retribution for wrongs done to them. Capricorns need people, but they have a tendency to isolate themselves from people due to their reserve and fear of being hurt. They can be very loyal to close friends and people they care about. Respect and recognition is important to them. Encouragement and praise are essential for motivating a Capricorn. A fear of being without material things make it mandatory that Capricorns have regular income. Their attainments in life are accomplished through steady progress rather than through speculation or get-rich-quick schemes. They have strong self-discipline and nothing turns them from their course if their mind is made up. They will give up many pleasures in order to reach their goals. Hard work invigorates them. Capricorns are thrifty and like to collect things. They harbor waste. This includes wasting a lot of talk and idle chatter. Capricorns speak when they have something to say. Capricorns can be creative, but they must at times learn to overcome their own self-doubts and lack of confidence. Pessimism in their own abilities can hold them back. They must learn to believe in themselves and become optimistic. There's no mountain that they cannot climb if that is what they desire to do. Capricorns have a lot of patience, which is good, but because many of their plans meet with delays, setbacks, and obstacles. This teaches them obedience, which is thus helping them to strive for spiritual attainment rather than material attainment. For them, work is therapeutic and is probably the best medicine for whatever ails them, except overwork, which they are prone to do. It is difficult for a Capricorn to really relax. They are happiest when busy, even in their spare time. Capricorns are thoughtful, self-contained people, lacking perhaps some of the personal magnetism of some other zodiac signs. They are nevertheless quite tactful, compassionate, and warm-hearted. Their own personal sufferings help them identify with the sufferings of others. In love, Capricorns are as romantic and emotional as anyone else, but usually they feel inhibited in expressing their emotions. They are cautious in making a total commitment until they know that the traits and lifestyle of the possible partner are compatible with theirs. Once married, they seldom divorce because they feel that any situation can be worked out, if only worked out hard enough. So yeah, that's a lot. But definitely all true though. And then I already see how a lot of this applies to LeBron. With LeBron being a Capricorn, that's why he's so obviously hardworking. And he didn't play longer than anybody else, and he dedicated and he he works hard like a Capricorn. He dedicated to his job. He dedicated to his work. Typical Capricorn. And then even when it comes to like they say that a lot of Capricorn do struggle from self-doubt. That's what they mention a lot, and that's why they overwork to try to get over that self-doubt. But that's what happens with LeBron, because LeBron always got criticized because he's not like Michael Jordan or he not like Kobe, to where he just got that self-confidence in him to shoot the ball or make certain decisions. So like I said, that is also a Capricorn trait. And then with him being reserved, then like LeBron, is really a Capricorn through and through. A perfect example of somebody who's a Capricorn. Then we know he craves stability. He's been married since a young age, of course, which we gonna get into when we get into his Venus. So yeah, LeBron is definitely a Capricorn. Now getting into his moon in Aries. So like I said, yo, feelings. So Aries is a fire sign, just like Sagittarius and Leo. So dealing with all fire signs are impulsive, brave, blunt and straightforward, and passionate. So, and what's unique about Aries is Aries are natural leaders. Aries are probably the most impulsive sign and brave sign. Aries are considered warriors. They very outgoing, of course, have a temper. And just some of the things off the top of my head about Aries. So I have an Aries moon also. So it's a nice balance with his sun though, because this is why LeBron, because the Capricorn is reserved and laid back, but Aries is outgoing. So it kind of helps with LeBron having the Aries moon. It helps him be a little bit more outgoing than the typical Capricorn would be, is what I'm saying. That's what, and especially when it comes to sports, and like LeBron is also outgoing, but I can see LeBron also have his reserved nature about him. So the Aries in him is what makes him passionate and kind of helps the Capricorn not be such a reserved and laid back type of person and want to have fun. Like the moon in Aries is what makes LeBron, want to have fun and party and stuff like that. So it can be a nice little balance. So what it says about moon in Aries: adaptability and inconsistency in his efforts to initiate are present here. Frequent emotional upheaval due to a fiery temper are possible. LeBron James' patience isn't his strong suit, and if things don't go his way, well, he can go off like a bolt of lightning. LeBron James' tendency is to be spontaneous, temperamental, imperious, headstrong, and he dislikes restraint. LeBron James' thoughts, action, and voice are all very plain, and everyone knows how he feels. LeBron James is unafraid to say what he thinks. LeBron James can be a very bossy individual if he does not try to control his moods. A desire to be in the limelight or in charge of things is present. LeBron James hates showing any personal weakness or that he needs any support, comfort, or nurturing from others. LeBron James' enthusiasm for starting new projects is contagious, and he is probably a better starter than a finisher. LeBron James is adventurous, courageous, and independent. LeBron James doesn't like complainers and is always ready to meet any challenge. A fair amount of physical activity is good for LeBron James so he can work off all of those moves he gets in once in a while. LeBron James has a creative, flamboyant personality that likes to trailblaze in unusual ventures. Perhaps LeBron James accomplishments cover inferiority feelings that lie beneath the surface. So yeah, that's definitely a moon in Aries. So say that like, yeah, LeBron can have a temper and he can be impatient. But like I said, with this Capricorn being the opposite, that's very impatient and don't have a temper. Like I said, it can make LeBron, while LeBron seems like he's a real even keel type of person. He doesn't get like real over emotional, but then he's not like super, like he shows emotion sometimes. So the Capricorn with the Aries, it is, when I'm thinking about it, kind of a nice blend between the two. But yeah, I see more Capricorn than I do than Aries with LeBron, though. I see like when they say that LeBron is a Capricorn, I really see. But then, like I said, I see the Aries in him too, because like I said, that's why LeBron is a little bit more outgoing than a lot of people who is a Capricorn. So I can see both of them for sure. Him being a Capricorn with the moon and Aries for sure. So next is his Mercury. His Mercury is in, well, Mercury first is the planet of communication, and it's ruled by Gemini. And my bad, I got thrown off. So Mercury is the planet of communication, and it's ruled by Gemini and Virgo. So Mercury is all about communication, your thought process, how fast you think, how fast you speak. So his is a Sagittarius. So real quick, every planet is ruled by a sign. So like I said, Mercury is ruled by Gemini and Sagittarius. The moon is actually ruled by Cancer. The sun is actually ruled by Leo. Venus, Libra is ruled by Libra and Taurus. Mars is ruled by Aries. So when you have a sign in that planet, you're gonna do good in that area. So that's why it's very important. And then some people can struggle in that area because they can be the opposite of what would do right in that planet. So I said I was gonna make a video about fall and exile planets and what planets do good in what signs do good in certain planets and stuff like that. I just don't got the time to break it down now. But the easiest way I can explain it is that if the sign is ruled by that planet, it's going to do good in that area. So people who have a Mercury in Gemini or Virgo are usually good talkers, and they usually are musicians, rappers, singers, everything like that. So, because like a lot of people who have a Mercury and Gemini, they make music and they good at making music, such as Tupac and Prince, and I think there's a lot of people who have a Mercury in Gemini, Donald Trump. So you're going to do good in that area. Just like if you have a Venus in Libra or a Taurus, you're going to do good when it comes to love and partnerships. If you have a moon in Cancer, you're going to be real good with your feelings and understanding other people's feelings. So I just wanted to say that. So his is a Sagittarius, though, which is shocking to me because Sagittarius, like I said, is a fire sign. But people with a Mercury and Sagittarius is supposed to be real blunt and straightforward, tell it like it is, just like how a Sagittarius is, because it's going to be the communication style. So your communication style going to be that of a Sagittarius, which will be blunt and straightforward, which I guess LeBron can be sometime. But like I said, I see his son in Capricorn taking over a lot. Plus, a person's life, like I was usually saying in the beginning of the video, where you was raised, how you was raised, your life is going to shape you as a person also. Your chart, your signs is not going, it's only a part of it. Because if I'm an African American born in America, I'm going to act different than somebody who's Chinese and born in China. Despite us, we can have the same exact chart, but just because of our cultural difference in the way that we was raised, we're going to act different just based on that alone also. So we always got to remember that, and that's very important. So, but it says about Mercury and Sagittarius. LeBron James possesses idealism, vision, and foresight, and his mind is often occupied with big ideas, plans, and goals for the future. LeBron James is interested in what is possible and what is on the horizon, rather than what he has done. Subjects like philosophy, religion, politics, or education interest him, and he is concerned with theories, abstractions, and concepts. Oh, he is more concerned with theories, abstractions, and concepts than with specific applications. LeBron is not inclined to focus on any one practical, concrete area. LeBron James doesn't particularly like details and may find it difficult to concentrate long enough to carry his ideas through completion. LeBron James seeks mental freedom, yet his thoughts are usually along traditional lines. Having a gambling instinct, LeBron James may enjoy gambling, speculative enterprises, and new adventures. LeBron James is forward, blunt, and direct in speech, and he always speaks his mind. People who know LeBron James know that he doesn't beat around the bush. LeBron James is apt to say the first thing that pops into his head. This LeBron James has to learn to control his tongue, develop tact in that, and think before speaking. Business, advertising, and promotion might be a good career areas for LeBron James. LeBron James has a keen mind and is impulsive and versatile. LeBron James has a tendency to study several similar subjects, to have more than one job, and to have several projects going on at the same time. LeBron James tends to want to keep on the move, traveling in order to gain experience, knowledge, and wisdom. So yeah, so it's not just about your speech. Of course, it matters more, but when it comes to other things, but when it comes to the other things, I can see with LeBron like enjoying to travel and doing several things at once. Like we know LeBron James tried to do movies, and he had his hands in a bunch of different things. What else? And then we know his job gives him the ability to travel and you see different things, which we know Sagittarius like to do because Sagittarius rules traveling. And then business, advertising, and promotion may be good areas to LeBron. So, he got like his promotion and everything that he had with Mav Carter and Rich Paul. Oh. And then like I said, LeBron is, I'm not going to say that LeBron not blunt and direct in his speech. He just not as out like blunt as some Sagittarius, like a Sagittarius sun or moon would be. They would be real blunt and straightforward. But with LeBron, like I said, his Capricorn being able to balance that out. So that's why and then he's a professional figure. That's why I said your life matters. That's what I meant to say. He in the NBA, like LeBron, know that his image matters. So LeBron can't be as blunt and straightforward as he would be if he was, a regular person or somebody who wasn't in the NBA to where it's so professional, to where you really can't speak your mind, as much as the normal person. Next is his Venus. So Venus, like I said earlier, is the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, and is ruled by Libra and Taurus. So people with Venus, like people look at astrology for compatibility, but most people just look at your sun sign. So your sun sign matters, but it's not everything, because that just means that y'all will think the same. But your moon sign also matters when it comes to compatibility to see if y'all feel the same. Then y'all Venus matters to see if y'all love language and y'all love style is the same. So yeah, so all three matters when it comes to compatibility in your love life. So his is in Aquarius. I also have a Venus in Aquarius. So know that Aquarius is an air sign just like Gemini and Libra. So it's dealing with the intellect, it's dealing with communication. So somebody with Venus in Aquarius is going to be somebody who enjoys communication. They're going to have to be able to communicate with their partner. Aquarius is also the sign of friendship. So they're going to want to be friends with their partner also. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and it's the planet of rebellion, change, forward thinking, friendships, technology. So people with Venus and Aquarius is also going to have certain, because Aquarius is known for being detached. So some people with Venus and Aquarius, they can have a detached or a unique love style, because Aquarius is about you being unique. So some people with Venus and Aquarius can be people who like to be in open relationships or polyamorous relationships. Like, Aquarius is real open to different things. So it's a lot of different possibilities with a Venus and Aquarius, but for the most part, they gonna need somebody that they can communicate with, somebody who's like their friend, and yeah, and like intellectual that they can combine with on that level. So I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna get into LeBron James and Savannah James compatibility. So it says LeBron James' affections are expressed in open, unconventional, and rather detached ways. Socializing, bringing people together, and having many friends and acquaintances very appeal to LeBron James. Because LeBron James values friendship so highly, he may be more comfortable being a friend than a lover. One thing's for sure, LeBron James highly dislikes possessive, clingy relationships. LeBron James wants to be free to do whatever he wants with whomever he likes. LeBron James wants an intellectual or spiritual connection with this partner. And this may even be the preferred substitute over a very intimate or emotional binding. So yeah, that's like what I was saying, is that they gonna want the intellectual or even spiritual connection even more so than the intimate or emotional. So some Venus, like you got like a Venus in the Aries or a Venus in, I'm not even gonna say a Scorpio, but like a Venus in Aries or a Venus in Sagittarius or a Venus in, trying to think of another sign. Libra can be tricky, but like one of the Aries or Sagittarius or something like that, you might crave a more intimate bonding or emotional. If you got a Pisces or you got a water sign Venus, you might crave more of an emotional bonding. When you got an air sign Venus, you're gonna crave more of an intellectual bonding than anything. LeBron James is charming, happy, and original, but also cool, calm, and detached. This detachment is beneficial because he, as a rule, is never possessive of people or things. The feelings LeBron James has tended to be filtered through his mind. The feelings LeBron James has tended to be filtered through his mind and intellectualized. LeBron James needs to learn warmth and understanding. So so like I said, I got to be this in Aquarius too. So I'm also thinking about myself at the same time. But so yeah, like I said, though, I already knew that this person gonna crave an intellectual relationship. They value friendship highly. So like I said, the person gonna have to be their friend. Yeah, more comfortable being a friend than a lover. They seek freedom because, like I said, Aquarius is detached, so they don't like to be controlled, which I don't. But then I also got an Aquarius sun, so I was doomed to not being able to be controlled or seeking my freedom. But the thing with Aquarius and Venus is that they don't want a possessive or clingy partner. But so they need a partner that's okay with them having their freedom. No, not okay with them cheating or just doing anything. There's rules and regulations, but they don't want to feel like they're trapped or feel like they are like they can't do certain stuff or they got a partner that's controlling. So of course that's gonna be big with them. They need to be able to, even if they in a relationship, they still need to feel in some type of way free. So yeah, that's a Venus in Aquarius. So about LeBron, well, this would all, like I said, come down to him and Savannah's relationship. So let me get into her chart. So we know LeBron been married to Savannah for years now, and they've been together since I think high school or right after high school. So Savannah was born August 27, 1986 in Akron, Ohio. She's 38 and she's a Virgo. So she's a sun in Virgo, moon in Gemini, Mercury in Leo. Then her Venus is in Libra. So I actually looked at this before I did the video. So looking at it off rip, this is probably the most compatible I've ever seen two people. And I'm gonna have to put this on my page to more proof that astrology is real. Because you see how long they've been married, and it always seemed like they had a great relationship, even though I'm pretty sure they didn't argue and got into it, and there's been rumors about LeBron cheating and blah blah blah. But for the most part, they seem like such a happy couple. And LeBron and Savannah get looked at as black, black relationship goals or marriage goals. So that goes to show how compatible they are, and they chart lines up perfectly because they sun signs is compatible because we have two earth signs. We have Virgo and Capricorn. So they both crave stability and practicality. They moon signs go together because we got a Gemini and Aries. That's air and fire. Air and fire goes together. Gemini goes with Aries. Their Mercuries, that's why I see even their Mercuries, their communication style goes together because it's Leo and Sagittarius, two fire signs. And then their Venus goes together because they're my bad. Oh yeah, because it's two air signs because Aquarius and Libra are both air signs. So they chart lines up almost perfectly. And then she's a rising sign in Scorpio. He's a rising sign in Aries. It's a water and a fire sign, but Aries and Scorpio both co-ruled by Mars. So even though Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, but it was co-ruled by Mars. So Aries and Scorpio share a lot of the same traits and can be drawn to each other because it's both they both very passionate people. So yeah, even they rising sign lines up. His Mars is in Pisces, hers is in Capricorn. So that's air and earth. That goes together too. So it's like This is probably the most perfect chart I done seen. It's crazy. It explains why, they have such a good relationship and everything is good with them. So, um, so yeah, I mean, ain't nothing else to say, when it comes to that. Compatibility and LeBron and Savannah, that's the best, compatibility that you can get and more proof that astrology is real. So, um, next is his Mars and Pisces. So Mars is ruled by Aries and it's the planet of aggression. So it's your aggression style and your sexual energy is what Mars rules. So his is in Pisces. So it's funny that his Mars is in Pisces, and this can explain a lot about why LeBron is passive and timid and the way that he is. When we were just talking earlier about him not being like Jordan or Kobe or having that killer instinct. Um, I think that comes from his Mars and Pisces, because like I said, Mars is your aggression, and we know that Pisces is a water sign, dealing with the emotions. And we know that Pisces are normally laid back and reserved, and like they are not the for the most part. Now, of course, when they mad, just like any emotional person, any water sign, they can go crazy. But for the most part, Pisces are kind of like shy and like to themselves, and they're not a real aggressive sign. Like having like a Mars and Aries or Leo or like a fire sign, would it of course did better with outside aggression. And then Pisces are also empathetic and sensitive. So like I see a lot of this with like why LeBron personality is the way that it is that he connect with everybody. Because that's the main thing that they say is that LeBron wants to be friends with everybody. He don't have that killer in him, and that can come from his Mars and Pisces, because Pisces is a nice sign, a passive sign. So I'm gonna read what it says and see if I'm right. So it says LeBron James energies and aggressions tend to come out in non-combative and non-competitive ways. So yeah, it's saying, or right off rip, is that his energy is non-competitive, just like that of a Pisces, and that's what they always say about. That's what LeBron get his biggest gripe about. LeBron James is a bit of a pacifist and does not enjoy tackling anyone or anything head on in a directly confrontational manner. LeBron James prefers to work around people or circumstances, as well as work behind the scenes and in secret. LeBron James prefers to give up something rather than fight for it if it is required. LeBron James' ego isn't very interested in personal achievement, glory, money gain, or winning at the expense of others. Therefore, he may appear weak-willed or ineffective to others. There you go. That's why I said astrology never lies. So that's why I was wondering, with LeBron having a moon in Aries and a sun in Capricorn, he should be like that aggressive, killer type of person. But Mars is your aggression and it matters. And this is saying that, all the things that we see from LeBron, sometimes being weak-willed and not really being that hyper competitive and not wanting to step on others. And, like they would say, LeBron wants to win, but he don't want to dominate or kill you. And that's a Mars and Pisces. Being on top, being the best, or being first doesn't mean much to LeBron James. Therefore, he might be content in a supporting role, helping others, or working for a cause he believes in. LeBron James may experience difficulties in planning clear and definite goals for himself in the real world. LeBron James is not sure what he wants out of life, except he instinctively seems to know that he does have and need to find a spiritual purpose. LeBron James has many dreams, high ideals, and a strong mystical or religious impulse. LeBron James also has a creative imagination and can successfully apply himself to art or music. LeBron James is intuitive, harmonious, diplomatic, quiet on the outside, but restless within. On the negative side, LeBron James can be indecisive, procrastinating, too interested in the sensational side of life, and may resort to using drugs or alcohol as a way to escape the pressures and responsibilities of dealing with everyday life. Learning life self-control is important for LeBron James. Take action, don't daydream. So yeah, that's all things about Pisces for sure. We know that thanks to LeBron's profession and who he is, he don't have to worry about indulging in drugs and alcohol. Like, cause that's another thing that Pisces is known for being self-indulgent. So that can explain why LeBron not the way that he is. But for the most part, LeBron do come across as empathetic and compassionate and things like that. So definitely, I can see his Mars and Pisces. It definitely make a lot of sense with explaining why he not, why, like they say, he not as aggressive, and sometimes he can kind of appear weak-willed, or he don't like to compete. Sometimes he don't like to get into confrontations and stuff like that. So that explains a lot about his Mars and Pisces. Next is his Jupiter. His Jupiter's ruled by Sagittarius, and it's the planet of expansion, travel, good luck, higher learning. It's just some things that Jupiter and Sagittarius rules over. So his is in Capricorn, just like his sun sign. So we know that it's dealing with an earth sign. So it says that LeBron James' positive qualities are honesty, sincerity, faithfulness, agility, resourcefulness, and some degree of mechanical ability. LeBron James attempts at growth, expansion, meeting new opportunities, and getting ahead in the world are met with reserve, discipline, caution, system, practicality, and organization. LeBron James has a desire for material success, yet this may not bring satisfaction or happiness if gained. LeBron James may be a tendency toward miserless and withholding himself from the rest of the world, financially and emotionally. LeBron James hates waste, is self-reliant and self-control, and possesses a desire to have authority over others. LeBron James can rise to great heights if he stays honest, truthful, respectful, and keeps his nose clean, doing everything above board. So yeah, that's his Jupiter in Cancer. So it says he's honest, sincere, faithful, resourceful. I mean, I can see all of them things definitely with LeBron. LeBron wanted to surprise people who haven't been exposed for cheating. People have been trying to expose LeBron for cheating, saying that he didn't cheat it, but nobody has just, came out and just it hasn't been nothing like official. Um Attempts at growth, expansion, meet new opportunities to get ahead in the world. Reserve, discipline, caution, system. So yeah, he's a sun in Capricorn. So yeah. So with his Jupiter, when it comes to things of expansion, because like they said, Jupiter's the planet of expansion. That's where he can really keen on that on things of being a Capricorn. When it comes to being organized and practical and disciplined. He has a desire for material success, though it might not bring satisfaction if gained. So I guess that's a question you have to ask LeBron James. He can withhold himself from the rest of the world financially or emotionally. So with LeBron being who he is, it's kind of hard for him to hide himself from the rest of the world. But LeBron be out there, but LeBron still is the Capricorn, so LeBron do be reserved a lot. Like LeBron is not just known, even though we have seen him at Diddy parties and stuff, but he's not known as, one of them players that's always going out. Even versus like a Michael Jordan, like Michael Jordan would get associated with going out and gambling and doing stuff even more than LeBron is. But so yeah, so next is Saturn in Scorpio. So Saturn is ruled by Capricorn. And like I said earlier, it's the planet of hard work, discipline, and things like that. So his is actually in Scorpio, which is a water sign. We already know everything about Scorpio. So It says about Saturn and Scorpio, LeBron James can be very self-disciplined. LeBron James have executive ability and is perceptive and extremely captible. LeBron James may have psychic ability. People may find him difficult to understand because of his reserved exterior and secretness. LeBron James' mind may be mechanically orientated in it, and he is resourceful even under the most adverse circumstances, patient and persistent. The action and energy of Mars are combined with the forethought of Saturn in the most wonderful combination. Whatever he does is done with intensity. On the negative side, though, there is a danger of stubbornness, revenge, lack of forgiveness, resentment, and ruthlessness. Tendencies to grab for money and prestige can cause harm. There can be health problems with constipation and hemorrhoids. There's a need to transform LeBron James' desires. LeBron James needs to learn when and how to let go. This also applies to bodily functions. Holding on to anger can cause stones to develop in the gallbladder or kidneys. So yeah, every video they always have stuff like about this, about your health problems once you get down to like your Saturn, Jupiter. And of course we don't know about that because only the person would know, about their health problems and all of that type of stuff. And some about might suffer from constipation. Of course, only they would know that. But um, about what it said about being very self-disciplined, of course, we know that mixed in with the Capricorn energy. So that can explain, LeBron is one of the most disciplined athletes of all time. Um, Whatever he does with intensity. He can be stubborn, seek revenge, lack, resentful, and ruthless. So I can't think off the top of my head, but of course anything with Scorpio. So they said that LeBron can be stubborn, which I can see him being stubborn, revengeful and holding resentment. It's something off the top of my head. I don't know if it's with a coach that LeBron had or something to where he kind of had resentment. But even with Dan Gilbert, he did go back to Cleveland, but he did that for Cleveland, not Dan Gilbert. So it's kind of hard to say. But yeah, that's his Saturn in Scorpio. Next is Uranus. Uranus is ruled by Aquarius, and it's the planet of friendship, technology, rebellion, forward thinking, and friendship. So this one it stopped giving us a breakdown. So to look into it. So it says those where Uranus and Sagittarius can be quite rebellious, rejecting the status quo in their efforts to live free. Driven by the thirst for knowledge, self-expression, and new experiences, they may seek out unusual lifestyles or careers that allow them to feel they are unraveling the meaning of life. Those with a better sense of humor. And so, yeah, somebody with this is going to just like how LeBron is, being an athlete, they're gonna want a career or a lifestyle that, like a Sagittarius lets them be free to travel, to do whatever they want to do, to not be tied down and things like that is basically what it's saying. Uh, May suggest for independence and freedom and a break from status quo. So, yeah, I could definitely see this. With LeBron, because LeBron do sometimes, like his move to go to the Heat, that was kind of changed the game, and that was a big thing, and that was going against the status quo of, players was supposed to stick with their team, especially LeBron being from Cleveland, like him leaving his hometown team was something kind of rebellious and different that I could think of off of the top of my head that LeBron did do, and that shows that LeBron, you know, that shows LeBron, Uranus, and Sagittarius. Then, like I said, his lifestyle of being an NBA player and traveling and all of that definitely helps The Uranus and Sagittarius also. So next is Neptune and Capricorn. So Neptune is ruled by Pisces. It's the planet of dreams, illusions, and it's the planets of dreams, illusions, and artsy things. Like Neptune and Pisces rules over art and music. So yeah. So here's again is in Capricorn, which I think it's kind of a weird place for Neptune to be because Neptune is dealing with dreams and illusions, and Capricorn is the sign of practicality. Like Capricorns don't mess with dreams and illusions. They dealing with what's tangible, what they can touch, what they can see in the world. You- Um, Capricorn energy doesn't tend to get lost in its thoughts. Get lost in their thoughts. So Neptune can be refreshing antidote to the self-serious nature of the realm. With the mixture of fantasy, drive, and focus, there isn't anything you can accomplish with this dynamic placement behind you. The thing to look out for is making sure these goals are realistic and you don't get discouraged by slow timeline. Overall, this is a responsible and hard changing combination that knows how to get things done. So maybe it's in the opposite way of what I was thinking. Maybe it is a good placement, because it can, I guess, like make your dreams into reality. Like the Capricorn, since it don't deal with dreams and illusions, it can see, the dreams and illusions as something that they want to make real. Neptune and Capricorn wants to be successful, live a lavish lifestyle. Unlike other Neptune placement, this individual know these dreams can only be realized through hard work and tenacity and often aren't afraid to get their hands dirty within reason, of course. In this way, Capricorn quarrels slippery Neptune and uses his imagination for more reasonable ends. In turn, Neptune softens Saturn in severe term, allowing an otherwise stress sign as a well-deserved breath of fresh air. As they mix creativity and career, these individuals are likely to go far in life. Uh, oh yeah. Then it says can indicate a connection to spirituality, creativity, magnetic mysticism, and divinity, but it's not. Okay, so when Neptune is in Capricorn, individuals may exhibit traits like a strong desire for stability and order, a deep sense of idealism within their career aspirations, a tendency towards self-sacrifice for a greater cause within their professional life, and a potential for profound visionary leadership with a focus on long-term goals, sometimes even appearing somewhat mystical or charismatic in their approach to achieving them. So yeah, this is saying that Neptune and Capricorn is actually can be a good placement because the Capricorn is going to work to um it's going to want to the Capricorn is going to want to accomplish his dreams. Okay, so I guess but Cancer does the best in Neptune. I was trying to make sure that it wasn't. So it does good in Cancer and in Pisces. well, it's wasted time. Okay, so anyway, that's his Neptune and Capricorn. I was trying to see something else, but never mind. So his Pluto is in Scorpio. So Pluto is ruled by Scorpio, and it's the planet of death and transformation. So it's all about reinventing yourself and transforming yourself. So in astrology, Pluto is the ruling planet of Scorpio, a sign associated with death, sex, and transformation. Pluto and Scorpio share a mysterious and spooky vibe, and Pluto's influence draws Scorpio to the occult, the spiritual, and the mysterious. People with Pluto and Scorpio often have a very strong intuition and are extremely passionate and can come off as dark and mysterious. So it says loyal, deep thinking, and slow to take action. And I also have a Pluto in Scorpio also. So yeah, so this person is gonna be somebody that's good with reinventing themselves, transforming themselves, and then like they said, just like Scorpio, they're gonna have a strong intuition and be passionate and can come off a little bit as dark and mysterious. So yes, that's Pluto and Scorpio. So next is his North Node in Taurus. We know North Node is very important because it's your life direction, it's your life purpose. So it's always good to look at your North Node. So here's his in Taurus. So I'm guessing his life purpose is to have stability. North Node indicates a person's destiny or soul purpose, seeking stability. Like I said, we know that Taurus is an earth sign. So all earth signs, of course, seek stability, but especially Taurus, probably more so than even Capricorn and Virgo. So people with North Node and Taurus are encouraged to find stability and harmony in their home lives, creating a safe space. So yeah. Then of course it's dealing with your finances. So it said people with Taurus placements seek independence and pursue their own path in life, all while moving at their own pace, because Taurus move for their own pace. So they strive for a stable, comfortable life, which requires letting go of the intensity and emotional uphills of Scorpio's South Node. So, yeah, because whatever your north node is, the opposite sign is gonna be your south node, which you're gonna struggle with. So with him having the south node in Scorpio, it's saying that he's going to struggle with letting go. Basically, he can struggle with letting go of things, and he can struggle with intensity and emotional uphills like that of Scorpio. But with the Taurus, he gonna be good at and he gonna want to strive for stability, which we know LeBron, of course, has stability all around when it comes to money and family and everything. And that also goes with him, of course, being a Capricorn, also. And then LeBron has one, two, three earth signs, one, two, three fire signs, one air sign, and one, two, three water signs. So he got a nice little blend of everything except for air. The only air he has is in his Venus in Aquarius. So everything else is fire, earth, or water. So it's kind of a nice balance of everything but air. So that's why LeBron can kind of come across as kind of like a well-rounded person. So yeah, that's his North Node in Taurus. His life purpose was to get stability in his life, which he did, and then his uphill was going to be letting go. But then also your length was hidden. It's what's hidden was the taboo side of you. So that's also not to get confused with your self node, but it's also something that you have to overcome. And that you hate to show to people. I always spell length. I always do that for whatever reason. So his length is in Aries. So it says, length in Aries indicates a person with a bold, assertive personality who is not afraid to break the rules and make their own way. They are often confident and good at making decisive actions. Now, this is your left. This is the part that's hard to show in the taboo side. So this also makes sense with LeBron personality of why he's afraid, like why he don't like showing that side of himself. Because like I said, your left is the shadow side of yourself, represented by the desires and hidden traits. So LeBron is like that, but he doesn't like to show it. That's why it comes across. Also, of course, mixed with his Mars and Pisces. This explains why LeBron doesn't like to come off as assertive and like a Aries and demanding and aggressive and all them things like that, because that's the taboo side of him. That's the side of him that he don't like to show to people. So that also makes a lot of sense when it comes to LeBron James' personality. So yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense. So yeah, that's LeBron's chart. Definitely all makes sense. Like I said, I'm gonna have to definitely make a video on just him and Savannah relationship. You know how they charts lined up really kind of perfect, which is crazy. Um, so the last thing, of course, is that I'm gonna look at some facts about LeBron. Um, okay. So we know LeBron was born December 30th, 1984 in Akron, Ohio. His full name is LeBron Ramon James. His father, I didn't even know they actually knew who his father was. Anthony McClyde. We know his mom is Gloria James. He has 3 kids. Oh, they got married in 2013. I thought they've been married longer than that. He played high school football. He has a nonprofit organization called the LeBron James Family Foundation, which helps children in his hometown area. He a co-founder of a production company, Spring Hill Entertainment. He has been named MVP of the most valuable player 4 times. He has been named to the All-Star game every year since 2005. He's been named the Finals MVP 4 times. Nickname is King James. He's the youngest player to reach 30 career points. The only player to score 40,000 career points. Has played for the U.S. national team 3 times and won gold twice. Owned a very small stake in Beats, which was sold to Apple for $3 billion, netting him around $30 million in cash and stocks. So this is just a timeline. He won a state championship in 2000. He on the cover of Sports Illustrated in 2002. Chosen by the #1 pick in 2003. Earned Rookie of the Year in 2004. Played in the Olympics in 2004. Became the youngest player to score 2,000 points in 2004. His name was named the starter for the Eastern Conference in 2005. He won All-Star MVP, becoming the youngest in 2006. He went to Miami in 2010, won his first championship in 2012. Became the youngest player to score 20,000 points in 2013. Went back to Cleveland in 2014. Won the championship against the Warriors in 2016. Surpassed Michael Jordan for all-time playoff scoring leader in 2017. So yeah, I know he broke the scoring record. When was that? 2020, I think. He won his last championship in 2020 during the pandemic. He was in the new Space Jam movie in 2021. Oh, he broke the all-time record February 7, 2023. So So yeah, that's just his timeline. So we know most things about LeBron, about his family, upbringing, and all of that type of stuff. So I just wanted to look at a few things real quick. So that's LeBron James. Shout out to him. Shout out to all of the Capricorns out there. This y'all season. So of course my next video gonna be on the Capricorn. I'm gonna try to do a Capricorn woman, of course. So yeah, that's it. Happy New Year to everybody, because I'm not actually posting and finishing this until January the 1st. So happy New Year to everybody. I'm out.